What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you with another Sistas video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss when I post new Sistas content. In this video, we're going to talk about if Andi is done with Gary and Robin because, child, that season finale gave us a shocker for our you-know-whats, and we need to discuss it. Okay, so Andi has been all season 3 really toying with the idea of hooking up with Robin. Her first time doing so was when they had a threesome a few episodes back, and then most recently she slept with him solo during the season finale. But waking up the next morning, she is surprised by Robin telling her that we would like to do it again, and then Gary walking out of the bathroom to imply that he is the we and had been watching, I guess, all night and wants to get involved. Now, this is, again, one of the biggest shockers of the season because it really just kind of makes no sense. It alludes to the fact that Gary has been setting Andi up this entire time. If you missed it, I did a live after show where I talked in depth with a lot of the subbies about this particular scene and what was the point of it, because I'm still struggling with the idea of, like, even if this is Gary setting Andi up, setting her up for what? What is it that he actually gets from this? He's not getting money from her. He's not getting power or esteem or claim or anything. Like, the setup for something would have to bring some type of benefit to the person that is setting this person up. And as of right now, it's not really clear as to why he would be doing all of this to set her up. He tried to make her have this surprise shotgun wedding. He tried to move her to the middle of the country and have her isolated. Like, he has done all of these things, and if we arrive at the season finale and it was all just to set her up, it's still unclear of why would he go through such lengths to set her up just to be humiliated, to set her up just to be embarrassed, to set her up just to be disrespected, to set her up to be slut shamed. What is it that you actually get from it? And then Robin, if you are so-called this high-powered attorney who now owns the law firm that Andi works for and is making boss moves, what is it in it for you? Like, none of this actually makes sense. So with Gary walking out of the bathroom at the hotel, you would think that this would make Andi run, right? Like, she would be done with both of these men. This whole thing is a little bit too messy, it's too drama filled, and she deserves better. And the question is Andi actually done with Gary and Robin, or either one of them? Let me know in the comment section right now. Pause the video and tell me if you think that she's done with Gary, if she's done with Robin, or if she's done with the both of them. Because I'm going to break down what I think, and I would love to be able to compare your initial thoughts to, after I explain my thoughts, what you think then as well. Okay, we have seen Andi go through quite a bit, as I alluded to earlier in this video, with Gary, and for whatever reason she continuously comes back. Now, the actress KJ Smith talked about on the Tyler Perry show how this season we're seeing Andi getting her power back from Gary, but we never really understood what was the full draw. Now, yes, she has communicated that she's in love with him, but it's not really clear as to, aside from love, or is it just the love that put Andi in the mindset to think that she was supposed to be in this toxic relationship, she was supposed to continue on with these problematic practices and allow herself to be used and abused by Gary in the ways that she has? That wasn't really clear to me, but all of a sudden we're now seeing Andi get her power back, and the way that is manifested in season 3 is just seeing her sleep with Robin or have this threesome. But even after she does that, so when she has the threesome for the first time, she literally still tells people that she loves Gary, and she still goes back home to Gary. And while she's at home, she's like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to argue, but yet she's having conversations with Fatima about how in love she is with Gary. So she's never really getting fully off of the Gary ship. It's not until the last 2 episodes of the season that he is actually packing up and leaving, and she's saying that she actually wants him out. But after we have seen, Gary leave and return, her get mad and then forgive him over 6 times now in the course of this series, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually believe that she's done with Gary, because I don't even know if Andi is capable of breaking this toxic cycle with Gary. And now that we have Robin introduced into the mix, knowing Gary, being very fully aware of Gary, and amicable enough to have him in your bathroom watching y'all have sex or whatever is actually going on, and then basically introduce him out and create a whole nother moment, I think that that's going to introduce just just another toxic layer to this already toxic cycle, and I don't think that she's done. The car. So in the trailer for season 4, we see that Gary gives Andi this car. If y'all missed it, I did a season 4 trailer breakdown, so be sure to watch that after you watch this video. It's up on the channel right now. But Gary gives Andi a car, and instead of saying no to the car, she actually is seen driving in the car with Karen right before she's about to get pulled over by the police. So that clearly says that she accepts the car. And this is a clear sign that Andi is not completely done with Gary, because if she was, then she would not be accepting any kind of gifts, especially extravagant Rolls Royces like this. Now, in the season 4 trailer, we also get to see the law firm full of roses. Fatima walks in, bringing one rose with her, I think, into Andi's office. When you go into Andi's office and you see Fatima and Andi actually talking, you can see roses in the background. And I think that this is from Robin, who might be trying to apologize to her. And again, this is all, to me, symbols and showing that Robin isn't going anywhere either. So the answer is Andi is not done with either one of these men, and I hate that for her. Truly. Andi does not release men, does not release things well at all. For whatever reason, Andi is holding on to these ideals, these men, these relationships, and these problematic practices, almost as if they're like her security and comfort blanket. I feel like Andi is most comfortable in chaos, which is why she struggles with abandoning it and seeking out peace and happiness. But let me know. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Andi is done with Gary and Robin? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, if you made it to the end of this video and you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss any of my sisters videos. It's your good sis Erica Vane, and I will see you in the next sisters video. Bye.